raspberries. Raspberries. So I got all the back pretty much and all the front. And so I just need to get this corner here and back around. Do-do-do-do-do. This little section here. Hi. Crimping some hoses. Okay, so I only have enough fittings to do one 6-foot hose. And this other hose, it already had its original end, and so I just put this one on it. This one has a nice sleeve that I was able to put on it, but that's all I had. So we've got 2 hoses. I think I can manage with that for now. Irrigation in this greenhouse. I took the timer off for now. I've just got a Y and got my extra hose here, and everything seems to be running okay to the drip. Oakley dokley. Hi. I'm out here picking raspberries again. More raspberries. Oakley dokley. I finally circumnavigated the raspberry patch. This is my last batch. Oakley dokley. So end of last week I had 34-ounce packs, and now I have 1 short of another 30 packs. Gee willikers, and I'm only getting started. Oh, look at the pretty sunset. So pretty. Hey little dear friend. What you doing? Oh, there's another deer. Who are we? Hi, sweeties. Oh, picking raspberries. Hey guys, I got all the ripe ones. Oh my goodness. I'm opening up the greenhouses. Let some airflow go through. Get the condensation off the plastic. Last night I ran the new irrigation system that's I switched over to this end for the very first time, and I only had like one little leak that I had to tighten up, and otherwise everything worked out just fine. So that's awesome. I'm running the old irrigation in the other little tunnel. Eventually these are all going to be just one big tunnel, and they'll just run off the same irrigation main system here. So that's cool to know. And one thing I need to do in the big tunnel is get insect netting set up like I have in here, where I've got the doors covered, and so no critters can kind of get in that way. So I need to think about that today, because eventually I need to be able to kind of take the insect netting off the stuff that's growing in the big tunnel over there. Got little deer over here by the big tunnel. And other little deer camped out over there. Okay guys, I need to come this way. They don't seem to really care that much, maybe. Right? I gotta get the insect netting off these guys. It's crazy. There's an additional deer. Those guys seem to like each other. Oh my goodness, are they like brother and sister? Sister and sister. I don't know. Who are these guys? I have no idea. So this little guy has little horns, little tiny horns. Hi, sweetie. Who are you? I wish I could tell. I wish I could tell the difference. Oh, now they're gonna get all mad at each other. Neither of those have any horns. One little horned fellow and 2 other non-horned fellows. Hi, sweeties. Are you part of a fandambly? This is so funny. They're in the greenhouse now. This is why I can't, another reason why I can't take the insect netting off my lettuce mix. So little deer is eating the radish flowers. I don't think they eat the radishes because they were out there for them to eat, but they didn't ever eat them down. So it looks like he's just eating the radish flowers, maybe. Oh, this is hilarious. Hello. So I kind of got sidetracked doing other things, and I'm just now getting back to my insect netting door project. And so I have some wide insect netting that's 10 feet wide. The doors are about 8 feet by 8 feet opening. And so I think I'm gonna cut it to a little bit bigger than 8 feet. And then I'll have the 10 feet to kind of wrap around the top and then kind of secure at the bottom somehow. So that's kind of my plan. I'm gonna cut it first and then see how I can get it up there. Okay, so this is what I've got going on. There are bolts going through, you know, through this thing here. So I can't really like pull it down more than just a little bit. So I've got between the two fasteners, I just can pull it down just a little bit. So I've got, you know, quite a bit down at the bottom, but I think that's fine. I'm really just not going to make very much progress today on this. Hi. Okay, so what I decided to do was just go ahead and take pieces of Velcro and Velcro across the top of the screen. And then just decide, you know, how exactly I'm going to do the attachments at the sides and at the bottom later on. Right now I'm just pinning things down with rocks at the bottom. And yeah, because I want to focus on over here, right? Over here, and getting the sides, the little gaps filled in with dirt, and especially at the very back, there's some big gaps. So I need to pull off this, whatever's left of this biomulch, and start digging some dirt and see where I get. I've got some gaps on the other side too, although maybe not quite so bad. And so if I can get that done today, I would be really happy. I got this side done. Kind of just move some dirt from this bed into some of the places, but they really weren't too bad. The board was kind of flush with the ground all the way back to here, and then I had to start kind of filling in. So I cut back all the grass that was growing in here, and then I dug out a bunch of grass infested dirt and just shoved it up against here. So I'm gonna have a grass problem there. My ideal plan was to have, you know, everything kind of leveled out and then put down some sort of like heavy material that would cause the weeds to not come up along the edges. And now here I am, like, introducing, you know, invasive grass at the edge of my new tunnel. But dudes, I had to get it done. So the other side, oh my God, I think the other side might be harder. I thought it was gonna be easier. This is the woody side, and I've got gaps under here, and there aren't any long stretches where there's the board up against the ground. You got this right here, and then it's just like a bunch of little gaps. And sadly, there's a lot of roots and stuff in this material on the side here. So I don't know, man. You know, it just keeps going like that. Okay. I should probably take a before picture in case I get somewhere today. Okie dokie, this is how it looks afterwards. Hoops and row cover off because I've got everything like mostly screened in. I got the drip running through this bed here, and I'll get the other two put in there, but I need to harvest those. So I dug pathways here. Normally I just throw the dirt onto the beds, but I use that dirt to go around the outside edge here on the outside. And so I cut this piece at this end of screen a little bit shorter than I probably should have because it's kind of just barely hanging on. I went ahead and put some Velcro pieces, but they're kind of just barely hanging on here. So yeah, got the other side just finished. And you see how that's all the little gaps are filled in. Gaps filled in. And so I've got a few gaps down here, you know, but I'm thinking that maybe I won't have any fluttery buddies trying to get in there, or maybe not that many anyway. I'll just kind of deal with those later. Yeah, it's mostly fine right here. So now I need to harvest. I'm not sure which of these two beds I'm going to get. This is the one I got last week. Yeah, I just wanted to be done harvesting around these hoops and row cover in here. Just wanted to be done. So we're kind of enclosed in here. And today the USDA NRCS folks came out and inspected the tunnel. So we're good with that. And so mostly done. I'm just gonna need to do some little fiddly things and done. Last week selling tomorrow. I've got to harvest, make salad mix, carrots, harvested, cleaned, basil, maybe a few green onions, and then that's it. Done for selling at the garden anyway. I decided to start cutting in this bed, so here's tub one. Okay, dudes, I got all of this bed. Doopy-doo. And I got one row of this bed because some of these were kind of bigger. Oh my goodness, this bed is so much cleaner, so much easier to harvest. Okay, so I'm gonna get this little section here where the lettuce is really big and just pick that little bit. It's not even quite 8 o'clock, but I haven't gotten that many orders, so I don't want to pick too much lettuce. So I'm a little nervous that maybe later some more orders will come in, or tomorrow morning or something. But I think I'm just going to make up a small batch of lettuce mix and see how it goes. I've been swapping back and forth between greenhouses to get basil each week. So I'm in this old wooden greenhouse. And man, has it been the most amazing basil year ever. So our early, spring, summer was so cold and wet, and sometimes that's the way it is the whole summer. But we have had this gorgeous day after gorgeous day after gorgeous day after gorgeous day for this late summer, so everything is just pow. I got the carrots. Now I'm over here in my green onion patch, and I'm gonna grab most all of these little guys. I planted some green onions next that didn't do very well, but yeah. Done with the green onion patch. Done. Last day selling. Lettuce mix. Ended up with just enough. Green onions. Basil. I ended up with more bags than I needed, but that's okay. Carrots. Is this gonna be my done dance? It's not my done dance, but it's my done selling in the garden dance. Look who came to visit on my last day selling. Some little deer.
We don't know what little deer it is. Oh boy, raspberries. Oh, buddy. Hi, little deer. What are you eating? Huh, silly? Oh, buddy, what you doing?